Good morning. Let me make sure we are live in the places that we're supposed to be. Let's check. Let's check. Because one of these days, Facebook will actually tell me that we are good to go. Cool. There we are. Okay. And then I will be A-okay. And hopefully, I don't know, one day Facebook will bring it back to the groups. And so I can stream into the groups and play with you guys there too. But until then, you guys get me live here. I'm trying to move my computer, which moves my face cam. Sorry. Um, so today we are going to do this mini Uncle Sam shelf sitter. He's just a little guy. He's just a little standing gnome, and he's just a couple colors. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors. I have I have absolutely given up on the pure white Home Depot color mix that I got, and it was from the sale. So some of the other samples that I normally would have gotten are just fine. I should just go buy some more. But I think it was the matte that I don't know. It was either the matte or the flat that was the online sale, and it's just horrible. So I won't use it. Lesson learned. And especially in my like, if you guys are using honey bottles on those ones, when you got the samples, I don't even wanna know what that would they're horrible and they're thick, and I don't like the way that it comes out or paints or anything. So those are the ones that I won't be using anymore. Until then, I've switched over. I should just switch over everything to the Deco Art Snow Titanium White. That's what we'll be using for the white. It should hopefully last a little bit longer. And we'll just go from there. So, mini Uncle Sam, I did bring out some extra tools because I know some people prefer the markers. So I brought my grandkids have played with my markers, so I don't know if they're going to be workable or not. So we're going to find out together. But they're just the red Posca pens, and they're different nibs, so different sizes. And then I was debating back and forth. This is a comb brush, and I don't know how to like, it won't focus, but if you can see, it's got like it's split. This one's better view. This one's easier to see. That one's like in the shape of a filbert, but this one is not. So this is a comb brush, and I was going to use it to do the hairs on him and for his beard. And so we'll do that. And then just brought over my little tools, my little dabber for his eyeballs, and all of that fun jazz. And we'll go ahead and get started. This guy should be pretty quick. Most of it will be done awesomely with the magic eraser. So I have all those cut up, and we'll go ahead and get started. So as always, I sort by color because that's just the way I roll. Um, you can sort by however you want, but for me, it's always by color just to put in my piles. And so we're going to start with the white first, and then we'll just start sorting these guys. Blue, yellow, and our colors. So I told you how many we had, but I didn't tell you what colors we were using. So we have the navy blue. This one's white. We have steel gray for his beard. We have cool bisque for the skin tone. We have roasted pecan for his shoes. He slides right on over. And then we have Cascade. There's just a little tiny bit of Cascade on the popsicle, on the bottom of the popsicle stand. So I'll start with the white first. Then we have Sunflower for the yellow, and then and then of course red for stripes, and which is the Christmas red, which probably is not going to be the same as the Posca pens. I can tell just by the lids right now, it's going to be a different shade of red. So either you have 2 shades of red on your guy, or you color them all with the Posca pens if that's your choice. So it's totally up to you. And then we just have I think that's it. I think I'm just poking my head around really quick to make sure I've got everything in order. And we'll go ahead and start with the white. I think I want to do this in a blue, so we'll put that over there. And he does have 2 stands on this one, you guys. If you guys get this one, make sure, because you can see this is thicker in the front versus back here. So that gives him some stability. Let me get that word out. So when there's 2 of them, when you're putting them together, if you put the top one on backwards, it's not going to sit in right. So make sure you're lining up your slots when you're putting that together. And then I almost made the mistake of when because I always put that one together first so I don't forget, like, I don't have to paint that bottom piece. Um, but I almost put it on backwards, which would not have been good. I'm like, "Dang it, we don't have a stand today because I ruined it before I got on the live." So, we'll just pop in here, we'll do the white coats first, and you'll see I just paint over the lines. Again, it doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, come in here and just scrape it out with our little pink pokey thing that I collect from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 2, so if you don't have any, hop over to the Dollar Tree and grab some. They're in the crafting section. I'm assuming they're for vinyl weeding because that's what I would probably use it for. So if you have even if you have, like, weeding tools for your Cricut or your Silhouette, those will work just fine too. Just be aware you're gonna get paint all over it if you're using it for that. But if we're painters, we have paint on everything, right? That's just the way it goes. So we'll do some white over here. Get base coats going because this white is definitely gonna take multiple coats on the here. With the pens, though, we could come in and paint the little details and stars and stuff, so that would be fun. I do have like I said, I have tons of markers, but I've just let the grandkids go at it with my markers, so I have no idea what they're gonna look like when we open them up, and some may be dry, some may just, like, ooze paint out, I don't know. I give the grandkids all of the, kits that don't come out of the laser nice. If I can't paint it, then they get the kits that are, misfits or they get burned on the laser or whatever it is. Or we have like tons of extras. Like there was 1 month with the subscription, I had some helpers and I had like 30 pieces of one certain piece in a kit. And I was like, how did that even happen? So the grandkids have tons of those. I'm like, one of these days they're going to be tired of painting the same kit. So they haven't yet. They haven't said anything to me yet, but we're waiting for that. So now this is the 3rd on his legs, at least. This is the 3rd coat of the Decor Americana. It's the snow titanium white. So this white is not the Home Depot white because I've just given up on that matte finish one. I should look at my cans over there of the other colors. They're just, it did not work out the way that I thought it was going to work out. And that's what we get as crafters, right? We experiment, we play, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out and we move on. So that's what happened with the white. I'm hoping the rest, I think there was like, what did I say? 5 colors maybe that actually worked out for those. And I think the Cool Bisque was one of them. So I'm hoping that that one's going to play nice for us. I did try to shake them up. It shook up. Whereas the white, it's just like a big uh, glob paint booger, huge in the bottom of my bottle. So I'm like, ugh, don't even know anymore. I gave up on it. And I did add, at one point, I added a whole ton of paint retarder to it just so I could see if I can loosen it up and thin it out. Nope, didn't work. So there it is. And I'm hoping that everybody else is having better experience with the matte Home Depot paint samples that were on sale a couple weeks ago, at least better than I did because it's not working for me. Okay, what do we got now? Let's do because this is a really light color too. So we're just gonna do the skin tone, move the whites out of the way. So this is the Cool Bisque. And you just need a tiny, tiny, tiny bit because we're only gonna use it on his hands and his face. And I have no idea without putting his beard and his hat back on where his face sits. So we'll just put that right back on there really quick. Okay, so we're right about here. Get some color there. Now we know where to add the second layer. Get his little hands here. So tell me, when you decorate, do you start at Memorial Day and then go through, just leave all your stuff up for summer, 4th of July? Or do you decorate for Memorial Day and then change it until 4th of July? And now I'm coming in the store right now. putting out a bunch of Memorial Day, 4th of July, just Americana stuff right now to get summer up and ready. I did hear a rumor that Hobby Lobby's already starting on fall. I was like, it's April. At least it was when I was hearing about it. It's April. Why is fall happening? Not that, I mean, I like fall. It's my favorite season, but really already? I understand we're crafters, but that's a little soon. I haven't been, so I should go and see if mine is putting fall up. Hopefully, they're not gonna put Christmas up until, like, June or July. Let's keep our fingers crossed that that's the case. I don't know. Let me grab some black. I'm just doing black for his eyeballs. Let's see if this marker works. That's not too bad. It's questionable. I wouldn't use that one for little tiny fine details. The circle is okay. So they didn't ruin my black marker. Good, good to know. Good to know. Okay, so do we want to mustache? We could, yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna do the his little details for his beard and his mustache. And I'm using it as a comb brush. This one is in a filbert shape. And it is with my Home Depot colors, which are thicker than the acrylic colors. So we'll see how well it takes for this comb brush. So with that, I don't want globs of it. We're just gonna go in the, how do we want his beard to come? We just come out like that. And it's almost like a dry brushing effect sometimes. And I don't wanna, like, overload this brush because this is a good brush with the Home Depot paint because it's meant for acrylics. But it's definitely easier than coming in with a fine liner and just doing his hair one at a time. So that's nice. But I feel like there's a little bit less control with it. As if I was gonna come in with the fine liner, I would be able to control the exact movement and lines. Like, this isn't bad, but I feel like I just have just a little bit less control with it. Those little noses right there. All right, I'm gonna stick this in the water. That should have been Cool Bisque. We'll come in with, see if we can paint it right here. Just grabbing up some Cool Bisque on an angle brush. And I just want to kind of outline it to see where my nose will sit. Okay. Just stick that in the water. See if we got enough. Nope, a little bit lower. I threw away my rag too, and I didn't get a new one out. It was dead. It needed to be replaced. I need to go find the stash of rags somewhere. Okay, I think that one's okay. I do have paper towels though, so we're gonna grab a paper towel. Okay, let's cast the cascade and then the brown, but let's do the cascade because there's literally, whoop, that's a big bottle. Almost dropped that. That would have sucked on the live. Paint every, well, I get paint everywhere anyways. But then you guys would see me get paint everywhere. That would have been bad. Okay, so I did find my razor, so we can slice these guys down. We're just gonna do the bottom of the popsicle and the cascade. Just a quick little line, we'll let that dry, and then we'll come back in with the brown, and the top one is red. And then, yeah, let's do brown, because then we have sunflower, and sunflower usually takes a couple coats too. It's one of the lighter colors. So I'll just grab the other side that we just used for the cascade because rinse and repeat, right? Try to reuse it as many times as I can. I thought about splatter, I'm not quite sure. I do still have my glove from the splatter, so if I decide at the end to add some splatter to him, we shall have that. And okay, go for the yellow while we let that dry. And then I just want to put like my piles of red together because there's no solid pieces, all stripes. So I just want to make sure I get all the red. That was the center of that. Okay. I'm on the same page now. Now we're going to spill paint again. Now we're getting sunflower out. I was going to try to be brave and use the other side, but I'd probably get cascade all over the yellow. Do need to put brown on that though before I forget and try to put it together and realize, wait, I didn't paint that brown. Okay, now that we're in May, are you guys switching up your decor already? Are we going to Memorial Day decor? Are we waiting officially until Memorial Day? Second coat on there. Get second coat here. This guy's probably just super quick. He is kind of small. He's not large like the other ones. I don't know. Let me measure him. Oh, he's about like 7.5 inches. So he's almost the size. He just looks really small to me. Maybe it's because he's like thinner this way instead of bigger like the other guys, but he's as tall as most of them. Okay. We'll do the blue last because the blue is usually only one coat and we can fly through that. Whoop. See, I was going to forget the brown again. Let's do the popsicle stick brown. And then we'll do the red. I don't know. I don't think it was. I don't think, no, because I tried to have him do the red with the matte paints, but it turned out like this bright pink. It's actually kind of a cool color. That was my lesson learned on paint mixing and the different bases of white, because apparently it makes a difference. Who knew? Not me. Not a paint mixer. Okay, there's one red. The hat, and then this. Okay. Let's see if I can get it with the magic eraser, and then we'll do the stripes on the socks with the markers. This one's falling apart. I'm gonna get that tiny little down here. Okay. Let's see if my grandkids have left. That one doesn't look too bad, but let's find out. So it's the thicker. Yeah, this is definitely more bright than my color red, the Christmas red. And I almost want to try the other one. They've definitely used this one. It is not round at the tip anymore. It is flat. But it's working better than the pointy, the smaller nib. So you can see the difference in the reds. This one's definitely more brighter. It's got more white. And then is that all we've got? Like, I feel like that was really fast. Okay, just the blues. Move to the blues. Fun fact, this is the color of my house. Literally used that paint to paint my house because we bought a fixer like 2 years ago. Still fixing it 2 years ago. It's the yard. We got most of the house done. It's the yard now. Can't do much when it's cold outside, so we wait. My goal is to have turf. I don't I don't wanna maintain regular grass. To me, it's just meh. Ugh. I'd rather ha if I'm gonna maintain something, I'd rather maintain an actual garden that's gonna give me food and not just something pretty to look at. But maybe that's just me living from, going from an HOA to a place where I don't have to deal with the grass and get yelled at by the HOA. I don't know, but I'd rather just not deal with it, hence why I would rather have turf. I did get last year, we got maple tree in my front yard. We had crab apples. Those trees are messy. I did not like crab apples. But they came with the house. And so we took them out and put maples, and they're babies right now, but I can't wait till they grow up and become super pretty. Like I love when they change their colors. Okay, let's put all his pieces on, dry fit hem. This is why he has the slot towards the back is because his feet are really thick at the front. And I just stuck my hand, okay. In the blue, it was still wet. And so when you're putting the bottom together, make sure you get the slots right. That would suck to put it together and then those are mismatched. You can pull it apart if you just kind of like drop it together like that. It's super easy to move. Once you put pressure on it and stick it, then it's pretty stuck. I have been successful in yanking things apart without breaking them. If you did it with lettering, with any kind of script font lettering, I would not, it's done because you will break it. And then his popsicle. So there's that guy. Let's get all the stickies and put them together. It was pretty quick. That was only like 20 minutes. I felt like it was going to be a lot longer. Hubby has a meeting at 11. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it or not because it's a big meeting. He wanted me there, and I was like, "Oh, I got a life, so I gotta paint with my girls." He's gonna be happy that I'll be able to come play with him. 'Cause nobody wants to play this is a CPA, nobody wants to play with CPAs. Sorry if you're a CPA out there, but it's not fun, at least for us. It might be fun for you. It's not fun for me. I'm a data nerd on the back end, but I don't wanna put, I wanna have the data prepared for me so I can look at it. I don't wanna do it myself. I'm gonna stick him this guy doesn't come in with any spacers because he's pretty flat on the body, so everything is stuck there. No spacers. So if you get some of the gnomes who have, like, the little round circle with the X through it or anything, I think some of the villages, I put some on the villages too. Those are spacers. For pieces, if they have just a gap and they need to sit level and not be wobbly, that's what those are. I think the spring fling truck has some of those that go behind the bird. Most of the time, I'm able to send a little sticker with them so you guys know what those are for, but in case you haven't seen those before. This guy does not want to come off on one piece. There we go. Got all that fixed up. You see how I just kind of like drop that there, and then I was able to move it around a little bit. We'll do it with the stars. You could also grab tweezers if you feel insecure about putting them down. Grab some tweezers and just drop them in place there. Okay, I think we got most of the top pieces. Let's do these ones, and then we'll do himself. Oh, that one doesn't want to come off in one piece either. Okay, we'll do his beard. Just kind of line it up with the edges. Notice I'm going top to bottom, as if I did the hat and then this, then if that was off a little bit and I tried to come in with his beard that has fuzz on it, it might not fit. So top to bottom or bottom to top. That way you get all your pieces lined up correctly and you're not struggling if you move around. Okay, there he is. And then he'll just pop right on in here. And there is the mini Uncle Sam guy. So if stripes intimidate you and you don't have little tiny tape like right there, just use your markers. Grab a marker. Even like a Sharpie will work if you don't have Posca pens, because they can be expensive. And so Sharpies, you can grab a Sharpie, or if you have like a felt tip pen that fits what you're doing, that would work too. But other than that, here is the fun little guy. You can add some details to his boots. I would add some to his boots. You can add some to the stars and just have fun with him. He's just meant to have fun. So let me know if you guys enjoyed him and what you want to see next. Can't wait to see you guys Tuesday. Bye.